Hello, I'm Richard Ferro, CEO of APMG International, and it's my pleasure to introduce this episode of the APMG Partner Spotlight, a platform for key leaders to present their innovative solutions for today's business challenges. The gap between strategy design and execution is one of the biggest challenges organizations face today. But what if you could bridge that gap and turn strategy into measurable success? I'd like to welcome our guest, Antonio Nieto-Rodriguez, a globally recognized expert and thought leader in project management and strategy execution. He's also the author of the Harvard Business Review Project Management Handbook. Today, Antonio will share insights on how to turn plans into action with a strategy implementation professional certification. Please stay tuned for a live Q&A segment and submit your questions for Antonio during the main presentation.
Hi everyone, I'm Antonio Nieto-Rodriguez, a world-renowned expert in project management and strategy implementation. Currently, I serve as a global thought leader, consultant, and keynote speaker focusing on helping organizations become project-driven. I've held executive positions at large multinational corporations, including GSK, where I led global project management initiatives. I'm the author of multiple books, including the Harvard Business Review Project Management Handbook. And I'm actively involved in shaping the future of project management through the use of modern frameworks and AI technologies. With over 2 decades of experience, my work is centered around enabling companies to thrive in the age of constant transformation through effective project leadership and strategy execution. The Strategy Implementation Professional (SIP) certification aims to bridge the gap between strategy design and execution, a challenge that organizations worldwide often face. The program introduces a structured framework that guides participants through the intricacies of implemented strategies in a real-world context. What is strategy implementation? Strategy implementation refers to the systematic process of executing a strategic plan, ensuring that an organization can meet its objectives and remain competitive in its market. How does SIP fit in the current business landscape? As organizations face increasingly complex business environment, the ability to successfully implement strategies becomes essential for survival. From digital transformation to sustainability initiatives, strategic execution is vital in achieving sustainable success. Why would an organization benefit from implementing strategy implementation professional certification? Research shows that around 70% of strategies fail during implementation due to lack of expertise, insufficient resources, or poor leadership alignment. The SIP certification addresses these issues by providing frameworks, tools, and skills to overcome these hurdles. By integrating these techniques, organizations can significantly reduce risk, increase agility, and ensure successful strategy implementation. The Strategy Implementation Professional Certification is unique for several reasons. First, comprehensive framework. The SIP offers a well-structured approach incorporating key domains such as project execution, risk management, and leadership alignment. These frameworks are tailored to real-world applications, making them invaluable for strategy-focused professionals. Second, practical measurable outcomes. This program emphasizes tangible outcomes. By following its methods, professionals can not only ensure smoother implementation, but also see measurable results in terms of increased productivity, reduced cost, and improved project completion rates. Third, global recognition and applicability. With partners such as APMG International, this certification is recognized across the globe and can be applied in various industries, from healthcare to finance. The certification proves mastery in execution, making participants highly attractive to employers looking for transformative leadership. Who is the training and certification aimed at? The SIP certification is aimed at senior leaders, strategy consultants, project managers, and professionals responsible for overseeing complex strategic initiatives within organizations. This course is ideal for those wishing to enhance their ability to bridge the gap between strategy design and execution. Here are 5 example job roles: project manager, strategy consultant, program manager, senior executive, change management specialist. Why should I become certified in this? The SIP certification offers several distinct benefits: efficient navigation of complex strategy implementation processes, ensuring better alignment between leadership and execution teams; better preparedness to handle the common challenges in strategy execution, leading to fewer project failures; practical toolkits that enable immediate application of learnings, improving decision-making and strategy alignment. You can find out more about the Strategy Implementation Professional Certification by visiting the Strategy Implementation Institute website, Strategy Implementation Professional, or APMG International. For further inquiries, you can reach out to us at info@strategyimplementationinstitute.com for personalized support. Additionally, you can explore our free resources and self-assessment tools available on the Strategy Implementation Institute platform. To stay informed and connected with the latest updates, follow us on LinkedIn or scan the QR code below to access additional information and resources directly. And I look forward now to answer all your questions.
A great overview of the certification there, Antonio. Thank you very much, and welcome to the live Q&A, everyone. We'll hope to address as many of your questions as we can. We've got at least 20-25 minutes to get through some questions. So without further ado, let's have the first one. So first one is Antonio. How long is this certification valid for?
Hi, Mark. Thank you for having me. First of all, I'm a big fan of what you're doing in APMG and how you help people to get better and grow in their career. So to the question here, it's easy. There is no limit. So at the moment, we don't see this as something that you need to retake or reassume. When we launched the initiative, we thought once you have the foundation, then you're ready to go and become a strategy implementation. So there is no timeline. You don't need to retake it. It's for life.
Right, that's a nice simple one to kick us off. Let's see what's next. Can you elaborate on the importance of accreditation and quality control from APMG?
Sure. I think, I've been in the place where I had to hire people for a big transformation for PMO roles, directors, and I think the certification, it's just another important step that I always looked at. So as an employer, certification gives you assurance that that person has studied, is eager to learn, has taken the time, and is ready to be tested in the job. Maybe it doesn't work all the time, but at least as an employer, it gives me guarantee of all these aspects. And of course, APMG is the number one in terms of global certifications. There's a few others, so I'm very glad we partner, and I think this is something that people recognize when they see your brand and your name.
Right, thanks, Antonio. Let's see what the next question is. It kind of brings us back to the sort of related to the first question, I guess. How does your certification stay current?
So what we do, at least in the Strategy Implementation Institute, we have monthly calls, networking calls with the people that have gone through the certification and their SIP. strategy implementation professionals, and during these calls, we stay current. So we, either me or Robin Speculant, who is the co-founder, we share latest trends, we bring speakers, and so that's how we keep people who are interested in growing and networking current. It's by being active, by participating. We have just launched what we call SIP Exclusive. So this is another networking event, very exclusive for members. So that's how we do it. I think just knowledge is key and networking is key. And that's how people can stay current.
Okay, that's great. Let's on to the next question.
And maybe, sorry, Mark, I forgot. We do keep updating the material so people can still receive updates. So we had a major update on artificial intelligence, on sustainability, because we launched this 5 years ago. So yeah, there's regular updates that we share with people that have been certified.
Great, thanks for that, Antonio. So next question is around the format. So the format of the training or the online course, I guess, and the exam.
So the format is it's around 35 hours of content, 30 to 40, depends how much time you take. So it's really curated content from myself and Robin Speculant plus others. And it's online, so you can access through the learning system for 3 months. So it's self-paced. And after that, you can take the exam with APMG. It's protected, so it's not open book exam. And what you just need to prepare like any other exams. There's a mock-up exam on APMG website that you can see the questions, and then just take it and hopefully you pass. We just want to make sure that people that take the exam have gone through the learning. So that's why we just, it's not a given, you need to study, but it's not also made to fail. So that's the format, everything online.
And the course content, that's very much linked to your body of knowledge and the roadmap. Great.
Yeah, we have a playbook, strategy implementation playbook. We have a roadmap with 7 areas. So there is a lot on strategy planning, and we all know that. But on strategy implementation, there is not much. And the playbook that we have developed with the 7 key areas in the roadmap is how we build the exam and the course as well. Yeah.
Good stuff. On to the next question. So moves on to from the format of the exams. A simple one. What's the pass mark?
The pass mark, I think, was 39 or 40, right? So I don't recall the last one, but yeah, it was around 80% right, 70% right.
A nice simple one there. So next question. So this goes back to our sort of previous question as well. So what are the main bodies of knowledge or publications for this certification, and where can we purchase them? And is there any additional recommended reading?
No, the main one and the key one is our body of knowledge, and it's called Strategy Implementation Playbook. It's available in Amazon. If you sign up for the course and the certificate, you get the PDF version. So this is included in the price of getting the course and the certification. Otherwise, it's available in Amazon, Strategy Implementation Playbook, that we just recently last year updated.
Right. So keeping current. Let's move on.
Just to confirm, Mark, it's 70 questions, the exam, 70, and the pass is 70%. So that's 49 questions have to be right. And you have 60 minutes.
Right. Thanks, Antonio.
Yeah.
And next question. So, which languages is the exam available in? I know it's English. Is there any others?
No, English for the time being. We've been exploring Chinese. We've been asked French, but we have not moved forward yet because the content is English. So at the moment, it's only available in English due to the content, which is it's English.
Great. Maybe more to follow. Next question. Let's see. So was the certification considered a key career development milestone for professionals working in PPM, project and program management?
Well, I can speak for myself and been working for large companies like PwC, BNP Paribas, and GSK. Not just for me, but for my colleagues in the project management space, is that and I was heading the department. They were coming to me, Mr. Antonio, after 10 or 15 years running projects and programs, what are my options, right? So, and really, if you look at PPM careers, the top is like a pyramid. There's no space for 10 or 15 head of PMOs. There's just one, right? Director of PMO, just one. Portfolio director, there's just one. So it's very limited for people who can and want to do something else and build on your skills that you've developed running programs and change. And there was nothing. It's just very, very limited. So that's where I thought that for us in our profession, one of the next steps could be to move from projects to strategy implementation. And that's how I developed this course with and certification with Robin. Robin is an expert in strategy implementation. I'm coming from the project world, and so this is really something that I didn't expect that was going to bring so much value for the people who join, because once you go to the top and you bring strategy implementation as part of your competencies, it opens the doors for many other areas for people to develop. They can go more into strategy, they can go into transformations, they can go into leading part of the business. So I think it's just a gate opener for having more options in our careers, which were very, very limited. So I think that's what makes me the happiest of this space, is certification. This course is that we are providing more options to people who have spent 10, 15, 20, 25 years in the profession.
Do you see that as quite a natural transition for folks that have got a lot of project program management experience and then into strategy?
I think it's one of the natural. Not everybody is interested in looking at the bigger picture and connecting to strategy and business concepts. So some people might be more inclined in deep diving more into risk management. Now, of course, AI is so popular. So it's not for everyone, but it does. It is for people that really want to move from more a project management role to a leadership role, right? Engage more with the leadership of your organization, and take bigger responsibilities. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Good stuff. Let's move on to the next one.
Good question so far.
So next one is how does the certification help professionals advance their careers or stand out in the job market? So I've probably addressed that fairly well, I think, but anything further to say there?
Well, I think it's a combination of the answers, right? So the content, the body of knowledge, it's extremely it's been really detailed, curated. The feedback is very good. It's interactive. It's engaging. It's fresh. It's not just me and Robin, but we get a lot of practitioners and thought leaders into the program. So, and then the fact that you need to study and you need to pass an exam, that of course is something that helps when people are looking for validation of credentials and so on. So I think that's the right combination, the broader knowledge and body of knowledge, plus the certification. That's how you can advance and opt for a lot of new jobs. What I realized in the last years is that you will find people working on strategy, not just in the strategy department, but you'll see starting people in sales, in HR, in operations. So you could aim for roles that were previously not for us by adding that layer of strategy implementation.
Stuff. Let's see what the next question is. So, what support or community is available after certification? For example, do you have an alumni network?
Yeah, that's something that we care a lot. Robin and I was mentioning that before, is we have a monthly call with SIP members, where either me or Robin are present. So this has been going on since the beginning, and people know each other. We do have options for people who want to volunteer as well and take a small role, want to do some thought leadership. We have a fellow kind of option for people who want to develop further, doing a case study on a real project. And then we recently launched this month the SIP exclusive, where it's more like a 90-minute session with the members, hands-on. So it's just very, very important for us, the community. I spent a lot of time with PMI. I've been a volunteer with PMI, and I appreciate so much the community and how much it represents and how much value it brings. Today, I'm vice president of APM, and the same, the community has to be taken care. So a big priorities in strategy implementation as well.
Great stuff. I think we've got one final question. Yes. So, do you get PDU credits for PMI and other certification? If so, does it get aligned to PMI Triangle, which I'm not familiar with, or other certifications, for example, Prince 2?
You get for sure PDUs for PMI. I'm not so sure about Prince 2, but yeah, for sure, if you follow the course, and this, you'll get the PDUs. We will just need to ask us, and you'll get how you can record them. But yeah, definitely it's an important, because we have, I think, more than 250 members so far, and certify as well. And many of them come, I would say 80-90% come from project management, space program management, PMO, and so on. And a big part comes from PMI. So they are asking for PDUs. There's also a big part of people coming from Prince, but the PDUs is something that we get a lot of requests, and we have the form so that you can claim them.
Okay, great stuff, Antonio. Well, thanks for that really great overview of the certification, and let's hope it goes some way to addressing that concerning 70% failure rates that we see in strategies. That'd be, even if we can up that by a small percentage, that'll have major impacts.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Look forward to see more people joining us, and thank you, APMG International, for the opportunity to promote it and work together on this. Thank you.
Pleasure. And so we'll wrap it up there, folks, a little bit earlier than I think we planned, so you get a bit of your Friday time back. Just beware as well that we'll send a follow-up email. So all the stuff that we've covered in the session today, like the body of knowledge and everything on the Strategy Implementation Institute website, will include links in that, and of course to the course and certification. So do look out for that follow-up email. But for now, in the meantime, do check out the Institute's website. So if you just do a Google search for Strategy Implementation Institute, or go to the website direct, you can have a look at the information there, like all the stuff on membership, the body of knowledge that we've mentioned before, do go check that out. But as I say, we'll include those links in the follow-up email. So that just leaves me to thank Antonio very much for your insight today, and thank everyone that's joined, and thank you for your questions, getting involved and giving us some great interaction. So really appreciate you joining us. Look out for the follow-up email, and we hope to see you on future APMG events. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.